all the hype to try to get Just Hilarious out of the Breakfast Club. It's like, no, we absolutely need to keep this Loren Lorosa. She is better. She can replace Just Hilarious.
We taking y'all to court. We doing a little court. You know what I mean? If there's a dun dun Taylor, put that on in here. I need that. Okay, it's giving litigation right now. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was Drake. You guys know that Drake has been going back and forth with Universal Music Group over the song Not Like Us, even though he's positioning it and claiming that it's not specifically about the song, that it's more so about the fact that his label did not protect him and that they allowed another artist on the label, speaking of Kendrick Lamar, to drop Not Like Us, which Drake and team say is a very defamatory song. It's dangerous, and there's no way that this should have been supported. So now he is suing, okay? The lawsuit, there's been a lot of back and forth said.
Okay, so the first thing, the reason why this video in particular, because she could be good, but the reason why this video, just the beginning, is just, it makes me want to click off. First off, it's just a plain white damn backdrop. Giving the gossip, like the latest gossip, it probably would have been a little bit more interesting if I could see pictures of Drake and Kendrick Lamar going across the screens. It's kind of like a boring story. Like, nobody really cares but Drake. I don't give a damn. Like, it's like, I don't think I've even talked about that story. I mean, I pick and choose which ones I can talk about. I'm not no real journalist. I can't talk about all these goddamn stories that come out. Like, it's like on a daily basis, you know, I'm hitting conspiracy, political shit, celebrity shit, biblical shit. It's all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm all over the place with my freaking info. Like, I'm not going to just talk about one thing. I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just can't talk about celebrities all freaking day. There's other shit going on in the goddamn world. So, and Kendrick Lamar, I mean, when they was doing their little beef thing, people liked the drama, but him suing and the Universal Music Group and him saying this is defamation on my character and all this other stuff, blah, 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 blah. Like, personally, if I was Drake, I would sue his ass too. Don't make no references to about no man raping and pedophile and being a pedo to little kids and stuff. Like, stuff like that. Those two things would be things that have definitely, as a man, I think a person should definitely fight. You know, like, and these folks out here, because they believe the public is stupid at elementary and we believe anything we see in the blogs, which a lot of the times y'all do. They run with it. So they'll be like, oh my gosh, Drake is a pedo, you know. Clips online, news castings and stuff where people was like, yes, so saying that, like comedic, it was more so like comedic, these comedic little shows and creators and stuff. Yes, you know, Kendrick Lamar's then put out there during the Super Bowl, he's a pedo, you know, like I seen like stuff, like people literally trying to push the narrative more and more and more on that shit. So it's like Drake is like, no, we're not finna keep pushing the narrative on that shit. This shit is finna get shut down right freaking now, you know, even though, you know, he's done some questionable things, because that's the reason why that shit has been referenced on you, because you've done some questionable goddamn thing. Okay, Loren, I'm sorry, boo, I just took over your segment. Let's see what you finna say.
You know what, Judge? This all is BS. Drake he doesn't honestly think that we did half of the stuff that he's claiming. He's claiming that they work with bots to make Not Like Us a bigger song than it was. He's claiming that they, you know, paid third-party bloggers to talk about it, that they paid radio, like just a ton of different things, right, that he has claimed over some time. He's claiming everything but the song is a bop. And baby, the song is a bop. Okay, he's claiming everything but what the truth is. So in doing that, his ask was in this. I want to make sure. I hope I didn't say file suit. If I said that, that is not what I meant. And I think that it gets tricky there, and a lot of people, when in reporting it or talking about it, say it wrong. Because I think we're so used to, like, okay, you hear defamation and boom, it's a lawsuit. When for real, what Drake did was a smart business play. He filed a motion basically asking to be able to discover, like to.
Okay, so right now, instead of just explaining the situation and just being like boom, bam, bam, like he went over to Universal, he tried to have this thing. We know what this situation is behind it. Me personally, if I was a Negro, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you trying to say I'm a freaking pedo mess with kids, like I would do it too. But then Drake, at the end of the freaking day, dude, is like, listen, you gotta understand that you possibly put yourself in that situation for people to even create that freaking narrative. Cause when you all in somebody DMs, the little girl from off of Stranger Things and shit, and she then came out and somewhat exposed, like, yes, Drake was in my DMs and he was like encouraging me. And women in the world, especially freaking women in the world, and men, men, they gonna be looking like, wait a minute, Negro, like, how old is you again? Why in the hell is you and this little girl? Can't her daddy give her goddamn encouragement? Like, it's always kind of weird, you always gotta look at men's just a little bit sideways, because we know that they're like these over sexual beings, and it's like, you know what I'm saying, like on an instinctual type level. And it's like, there definitely takes like a level of discipline there mentally and everything. I grew around a alpha male. My dad is not finna go into no little girl goddamn DMs and be like, yes, if he was a celebrity or star, and be like, yes, so I just want to encourage you and just tell you what I want to tell you, whatever. Like, no, that to me, if I was to find out that my dad is going to some little girl goddamn DMs and shit and trying to get them motherfucking encouragement, no, they damn daddy and their uncles and shit could get their ass that. What the fuck? You don't even know this damn girl from a can of paint. Is she about to be in one of your videos or something? Like, if she about to be in one of your videos, why the fuck is you going out of your way? Okay, time is precious. Why the fuck you going out of your way to go tell her something in her damn DMs and shit? That's very much fucking suspect, my nigga. Like, you's a grown ass goddamn man. You ain't got no business being no little girl goddamn DMs and shit. And that's why your ass is getting referred to as, they're because you pushing the limit. Push it to the limit. Yeah, you pushing it to the motherfucking limit. And now that limit then went overboard, and now you being called out. Like, dude, like, at the end of the freaking day. And yeah. Okay, girl, I'm sorry. I done took over your junk again.
Label and trying to do all these things. If I'm doing that and I feel like my label isn't, giving me full transparency on some stuff, the best way to get transparency about the stuff that I want, but also about me and how impactful I am at this label.
And then it's like, she's just way too serious. Like, I could be serious, but I do think that you need like comedic relief. Like, if you're like doing like podcasts and stuff, like, I mean, you could come on and just be just straight serious like all the time, but it's like you do need like a comedic relief. Like, I can get this right here from any goddamn where. It's like a lot of the times when people join like these podcasts, like a Tasha K, the shit that Tasha K talk about, you can find that information all over the goddamn internet. It's like, I know sometimes she wants to make it like, this is exclusive to girl. You got it, so somebody else could damn get it too. If they really, really, really wanted to connect with folks to get this damn information, like all the herbalistic stuff that she talks about, girl, I can look online and find this shit. It's like this shit has been in books for hundreds of thousands of goddamn years. But my reason for watching Tasha is her personality. Be honest. And the way she delivers the news is definitely, at times it could be serious. She could get to a serious aspect of things, and she's starting to understand that I can't just talk about this celebrity shit all motherfucking damn day. I gotta talk about politics. I gotta talk about this. I gotta talk about the stuff that's a lot of content creators are starting to understand that. And if you don't have a high level of intellect, and if you don't even have like somewhat of common sense, like, that's fine too. You can just pick up news articles and you can just read the article word for word.
To back me into a corner. And in Discovery, you get all of that. And there was a conversation that had come up in these legal filings about what Drake was actually requesting. It's like emails and phone logs and all that stuff. But also, more recently, some of the things that his legal team had been requesting was legal documents, including, legal documents and agreements and things, contracts in relation to Kendrick Lamar. Now, there was a pre-trial conference that happened actually earlier today. Today is Wednesday the 2nd. Woo. Wednesday, April 2nd. Time is flying by. And Judge Jeanette Vargas actually ruled that.
I got a short attention span and stuff like this. Is like, this is not. research purposes only. You know, I just wanted to see what people are talking about. But I can see why the numbers are definitely dropping. It's like, and why they got her behind this damn white goddamn background? And it's like all you can pay attention to is her. It's like when she's fumbling her words and when she's, you know, making mistakes and trying to transition from whatever. You know, I could be looking at a damn picture in the back of the wall. I probably won't even notice the damn mistake. Ain't nothing to look at.